What's going on all? Thanks for tuning in once again. So it's official. Beterbiev versus Bivol October. I got the undercard wrong. I apologise for that. I thought it might have been Parker versus Zhang, but we got Shakur Stevenson on the undercard. He's also been signed to Matchroom. That was some new news that came out recently. And let's talk about this main event though. Let's talk about this main event. The two Russians going at it, Beterbiev against Bivol. Great fight. We just finished seeing a great war between, Boyachuk and Ortiz. And this one, for sure has the potential of fight of the year in my opinion. Both guys undefeated. Beterbiev just a monster, 100% knockout ratio. Really see that. Just a real powerhouse, against a masterful boxer in Bivol, a guy that's proven himself over and over again, beating guys like, Lyndon Arthur and, of course, Canelo, basically tore apart Canelo, had him backed up against the ropes most of the fight. This fight here, it's about time we see an undisputed champion at light heavy. And I think it's going to be a very interesting one. Can definitely go both ways. It's one of those fights that, you just never know how Bivol's going to react to a shot by Beterbiev. And also, I'm just not sure if, the volume that Bivol's throwing at Beterbiev can, back him off. Because, Beterbiev, once he's close, it's a very hard guy to stop. Once he's close, because he lets his hands go a lot, and his punches that he throws are borderline, to the head. Sometimes it's got a bit of a curve on it. It, hits the side of the head. Some people say it's illegal punches, but I think that's just the way that he throws. And it's all power, it's just a brute force coming forward. And he can also box, he can also box as well, So, Bivol's really got a lot of work, ahead of him in October. Although Bivol's been more active, Beterbiev had to pull out because of a surgery. Beterbiev's also the older guy fighting. So, Bivol's got some advantages going into this fight, being more active, being more youthful. But the thing that we can't really stop is the power. Regardless of how old the fighter is, the power's always going to be there. And not only that, it's not like Beterbiev's a guy that punches himself out. This isn't Zhile Zhang, tiring out after 6 rounds. This guy can punch throughout the whole fight. Like I say, he's a good boxer. He's a shorter guy, but he's a guy that can lunge with punches, really catch you a lot, especially at close range. So, in this fight, I think Bivol really needs to get his respect early. He needs to show Beterbiev that he can't just walk him down that easy. He needs to throw those 1-2 combinations, and just try to throw that right hand with some force. Just to show Beterbiev that he does have that power. Because if Beterbiev is taking right hands from Bivol, regardless how much he's hitting him, if Beterbiev feels that it's not too hard, he's going to be very confident, very comfortable, trapping him, cutting the ring off, and letting his hands go. So, if Bivol can take the punches, he may be able to stay away from the ropes. He may be able to use the skills to, throw at angles, try to, move side to side, not just going backwards, try to use the jab as much as you can, just to keep Beterbiev away, away from the pocket, trying to keep him on the outside if you can. And just be careful of those lunging punches, that Beterbiev throws. At times he comes forward with a power jab or, whatever he's throwing, he comes forward, to sort of get in the guy's face. It's just like he's lunging forward with a lead hand, you could say, to start off his dominant strategy, which is, trying to take a guy's head off. There's no secret to it. I mean, numbers don't lie. 100% knockout ratio. Made quick work of guys like Anthony Yard. You look at guys that haven't been stopped before. He's really smashed him. Who's the guy's name? I think his name was William something. Liam something. Liam Smith. That's it. Liam Smith. After 4 or 5 rounds, he was just battered, wasn't he? It looked like he was in an 11th round fight. That's the sort of destructive power that Beterbiev has. So, I mean, if Bivol can't take these punches, like I say, he really needs to not just outland them, but also throw power. Throw power so that he can keep Bivol just on the outside, if he can. Try to outbox the guy, use his height and reach to his advantage. This is definitely a fight of can he go the distance, because I think if it does go the distance, I think that Bivol may edge it. I think that he may edge it, but I mean, who has gone the distance with Beterbiev? Not many people. And not only that, Beterbiev, he's good at reading people. He's a guy that's actually beaten Usyk. They had 4 fights, I believe, in the amateurs. And I think that he beat Usyk once. He's also put Usyk on the canvas, which we haven't seen much heavyweights do, big power punches. It just shows how powerful Beterbiev is. So, I mean, it's a very tough one to pick because Bivol has been more active. Beterbiev is coming off an injury. We know the power is going to be there. But, I'm going to go for Beterbiev by stoppage. I think that he's just got unusual power, power in both hands. Very rarely you see, like I say, 100% knockout ratio. I think that that's going to be the case in this fight. I think it's going to stay at 100%. I think that he will catch something. He will catch Bivol, I should say. I think he will catch him and possibly back him off and let his hands go and do some real damage early in the fight, maybe round 4 or 5, and I think he will finish him off in the later rounds. Bivol's a guy that has a lot of heart. He has taken big punches himself, but I just think that Beterbiev's different. So I'm choosing Beterbiev to win this one by stoppage. Leave your take on it. I look forward to the comments, and we'll talk more on this fight, as it gets closer. But I'm in October around the corner. Leave your take on it. Look forward to the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.